Cheers, everyone. Oh, lovely. Whiskey and Coke, Jack Daniels. Right, this is a response to James Griffiths' thread. He recently done a thread about showing your rock and roll, early rock and roll. And so yeah, let's get started. Bit of an unexpected one, this one. And that's Shakin' Stevens. He really was successful, of course, after the rock and roll era, but he was very much a rock and roller. Very successful career in the 80s. I think he was like one of the highest selling record sellers of the 80s. But yeah, it was done in the old rock and roll style, and very successful he was. Shakin' Stevens. Another charity shop find. Golden Greats of the 50s and 60s. This is a box set I brought in a charity shop. I think I paid for about £5 for this. And it's packed full of rock and roll songs. As you can see on the back, you've got all these artists, 20 in total. And like the records are mint. It's like it's been unplayed. So yeah, I think it was quite a good find actually. Yet again, it's the Reader's Digest label, which doesn't seem to be played very much for some reason. I don't know what it is. Also had this in there, Jukebox Jive. It's got Curtis Lee, Johnny Cash is on here. Bobby Day, the Dixie Cups. Yeah, a bit of rock and roll. But this is the main feature. Bill Haley. They've got one artist one side, and then you turn them over, you got another one. You know, Fats Domino there. What else do I have? Tommy Steele. Platters. Pat Boone. He was considered part of the rock and roll era, although his music was barely rock and roll. Chuck Berry. And like I said, these records are mint. They sound great. The legendary Eddie Cochran. Everly Brothers. Lonnie Donegan. Buddy Holly. Can't not include Buddy. Jerry Lee Lewis. Connie Francis. Marty Wilde. Oh, the great Sam Cooke. But he's more soul really than rock and roll. Dwayne Eddy. Didn't get mentioned Dwayne Eddy, did he? In his video. Anthony Newley. A couple of number ones. Why and Do You Mind? I think were number ones in the 60s. Brenda Lee. Billy Fury. Bobby Vee. And of course, Roy Orbison. He showed, James showed Roy Orbison. I've got quite a few of his greatest hits here. In Dreams, the greatest hits. I love this cover. This was a charity shop find. All of these records, or mostly all of them, are compilations. And I think most of them are actually charity shop finds actually. This one as well, 22 classic love songs. More Roy. And of course this one, the legendary Roy Orbison. Oh Pretty Woman, Only the Lonely, Crying, Dream Baby, It's Over. Great stuff. James showed a rock and roll album. It was Del Shannon. I actually did have a copy of that album he actually showed on his video, but the sound quality isn't very good. I think it was on the Contour label. But I picked this one up a while ago now, and it's a double LP, and the sound quality is way better. And yeah, it's great. The very best of Del Shannon. This is a 2 LP set. Tom Petty was a fan of Del Shannon, as well as many other singers and songwriters. I love the song Little Town Flirt. I love that song. So yeah, I have that one. The very best of the Everly Brothers. Yeah, great stuff. This is Kathy's Clown, great song, but my favourite I think is Walk Right Back. That's such a good song. Really like that one. So yeah, I have that one. I have two, the Elvis 14 Golden Hits. This is a Reader's Digest LP. 14 Golden Greats, Golden Hits I should say. Yeah, I often find that these Reader's Digest LPs are often like in near mint condition or mint condition. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they've got much playtime or something. But yeah, this was a steal for like £1. So yeah, glad to have that. I think that's my favourite one of his. I also have this one as well, At His Best. This is a 2 LP set. I did have a few other Elvis LPs as well, but I seem to have passed those on. Got rid of them or something. So yes, I too have this one as well. One of my favourites of the late 50s, I believe. Eddie Cochran, the legendary Eddie Cochran, died tragically young in the early 60s. I think car accident I think it was in London. Such great songs, but such a short library of songs. You know, so tragic really, but yeah, love his material. Eddie Cochran singles album. And I also picked up very recently this one. Love this cover. This is a late 80s pressing. Yeah, just love this. 20 rock and roll classics, including Come On Everybody, Something Else, Summertime Blues, 3 Steps to Heaven. I think 3 Steps to Heaven was in the charts when he died. So yes, so glad to have this. Brian Paul and the Tremeloes. Brian Paul was very successful in the 60s, releasing songs really from the 50s rock and roll era and making big successes out of the hits. Hits like Twist and Shout, Do You Love Me, Twisting the Night Away, Return to Sender I think was an Elvis song originally. So yeah, more rock and roll. The Crickets, obviously, who were with the departed Buddy Holly, who passed away in 59 I think. Yeah, the Crickets went on to have some success on their own, and I think they sort of teamed up with Bobby V and made an album. Obviously not to the success with Buddy Holly, but they had 1 or 2 hits. My Little Girl is a very nice song of theirs. So yes, I have this one. And of course, the legend himself, Buddy Holly. This is, for me, where it all started. I know there was Elvis, and he was phenomenally successful. But I was never really big on Elvis. I've always liked Buddy Holly material. Even as a kid, I was brought up on it. This is a very recent pressing, so I'm glad to have this one, and that's the very best of Buddy Holly and the Crickets 2 LP set. This was a charity find quite recently, obviously before the coronavirus and all that crap. £1 for this 2 LP Buddy Holly album, and that's the collection. You know, you might get lucky and find it in a charity shop when eventually they open. This was a very popular Buddy Holly compilation, probably the best selling one I probably expect, and that's Buddy Holly Lives, 80s release, I think that one. I also have this one on the EMI label, Buddy Holly Rock and Roll Greats. I also have 20 Love Songs on the MFP label. This one as well, 25 all-time greatest hits. James showed this one, which I also have, Buddy Holly, the best of. My dad had this on cassette, so I have some emotional connection to this album because, you know, I used to listen to it as a kid, part of my dad's collection, tape collection. So yeah, glad to have that. True Love Ways, love this cover on here. I think this is an 80s pressing. There seems to have been a lot of 80s pressings of Buddy Holly. This one as well, greatest hits, and Rock On with Buddy. It seems to me that they couldn't get enough of him, you know, after his death, 60s, 70s and 80s, because there was a lot of 80s pressings of Buddy, I've noticed. This one as well, Buddy Holly Legend, it's a 2 LP set, and yeah, that's MCA Coral Rainbow Series. So yeah, glad to have this. I also got a few others of Buddy Holly's on LP, but I think they're stored away in a bag, which I'm kind of gonna pass the records on to someone, the VCLT or something. But yeah, that's about it. I do have other albums, but I'm not going to go through my collection and dig those out. I think I've got enough here as compilations. So yeah, there you go, James. That's some of my lot. I hope that helps you out. So yes, I hope everyone is well during this crisis. Hopefully we seem to be making our way out of it. Hopefully, and we'll see how we go. Take each day as it comes. So till next time, everyone, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.